Today we will discuss the topic Essential Commodities Act 1955. This act was brought in 1955 to control the production, supply, distribution, trade and commerce in certain goods which were considered as essential commodities. Now for these essential commodities, if there was a price increase, government would start regulating them. In regulation, what would the government do? The government would first impose stock limits. Government would reduce the amount of stock which could be held by a wholesaler, retailer or a distributor. So if the stock limit was reduced, then the extra stock which the distributor or wholesaler held, that stock would be coming out in the market, and hence more stock in the market, the prices will be reduced. Other regulation the government could do was government could impose restriction on the movement of these goods. Other restriction was government could impose a price for these goods. So if any of these essential commodities were sold above that price, government could impose penalty on that wholesaler or retailer. Along with that, government could also suspend or cancel the license. Now, which all commodities came under Essential Commodities Act? Essential Commodities Act, it included petroleum and its products like petrol and diesel. It also included foodstuff like oil, pulses, sugarcane and its products, paddy, rice paddy, right? Then it also included fertilizers, drugs. It also included seeds of certain products like seeds of cattle fodder, seeds of fruits and vegetables, seeds of food crops. It also included onion and potatoes. This act was made by the center, but center did not implement it. The implementation was left to the states. And why did the government bring this act? The government brought this act so that the essential commodities they do remain affordable for the poor people. It should not happen, the prices should increase and poor people are not even able to buy them. But then this act, it had its benefit, but the act had its drawbacks also. This act, if I talk about agriculture is a seasonal activity. So if we have to eat something the whole year, we need to stock it after the harvesting period. So as such, point is we need to stock. The distributors, the wholesalers, they need to stock. And then there are certain entities like say exporters, food processors who need to stock because of their operations. But what government does under this act is government would be randomly changing the stock limit. So and this stock limit is applicable to everyone in the supply chain. Whether it is a distributor, wholesaler, exporter, food processor, everyone has to comply with the stock limit. So the stock limit is reduced. The food processor cannot stock the thing. He won't be investing in construction of warehouse, in construction of godowns. So this Essential Commodities Act, which was hindering investment in agriculture, especially investment in warehouses, where no one in the supply chain was ready to construct warehouses because they did not know how much stock limit they had to stock. So this was the drawback. So what the government has done now is the government has brought a change in Essential Commodities Act under an ordinance. Now under the change, cereals, pulses, oil seeds, edible oils, onion and potatoes, they have been removed from the list of essential commodities. But still they will be regulated in case of war, emergency or a calamity of national proportion, as is the case of say COVID. And also there is one more case, that if there is a extraordinary price increase, then also it will be regulated. What is extraordinary price increase? If there is 100% increase in price of perishables as compared to last year, or 50% increase in case of non-perishables as compared to last year, then also the government will impose a price limit. But even in this case, food processors, food processing industries and exporters, they will not be coming under this ambit. They can still have more of stock. So this drawback of Essential Commodities Act, where it was hindering investment in agriculture, that hindrance is not being taken care by the amendment in this act. I hope you have understood.